Cat Black here, National Guard in Nola. As we know, if you live here, creating safety is difficult under the ruling ideology. For 19 years, I have had to make complaints, I have had to help crime victims, and I have had to motivate and sometimes argue with police officers and executives who want to dismiss or misclassify calls for service, evidence, and even suspects to lesser offenses to please their political overlords. I have a small mountain of internal affairs complaints against officers who have done this, sent to NOPD's Public Integrity Bureau, which has no integrity, by the way, with the net result being I could have just balled the paper up and threw them into the trash can because they cover up for officers. Now, when it comes to even more serious crime, trespassing, some people say that's not a big deal. Every burglary started with a trespassing. Every armed robbery started with a trespassing. And in residences or public spaces, every sexual assault started with trespassing. So trespassing is not some, harmless offense. And in a city like this where people like to lurk and loiter and trespass like it's a civil right, not enforcing trespassing sets the stage for very serious crimes to happen. I actually have an active complaint now because a drunk white trespasser planted himself on my stairs with a pile of beer-reeking vomit on the side of him. Some would ask, well, Cap, why didn't you beat him about the head and shoulders and remove him from your property? I said to myself, I'm going to call NOPD and watch how they screw this up because I wanted this documented, and I had a feeling, and my feeling was right. The Gen X lead police officer came and told me that my trespassing call wasn't a trespassing call, strike one. It was a medical call because his public intoxication, another crime, by the way, was really sickness. So she called an ambulance. Misclassifying it as a medical call means that it didn't go in the system as a criminal offense. This is what they do. You can artificially reduce crime when you misclassify crime. Now imagine for the carjackers, the armed robbers, the pistol whippers, the sucker punchers, and others out there who get the same treatment. Now, the officials who are doing this don't pay the price, except ironically in the case of District Attorney, i.e. Defense Attorney for Violent Traders Jason Williams and his poor mother, who were actually carjacked at gunpoint by some of the same people these policies leave on the street instead of incarcerating. But for the average person, it's pretty much guaranteed that the individual who has stolen from you, assaulted you, robbed, or carjacked you has a record of either misclassified crime or accurately classified crime that was under-prosecuted. Now, against this backdrop, the National Guard seems to be a logical step, as would, as in the case of the DC Metropolitan Police, a federal investigation in the NOPD into why they are misclassifying crime to artificially lower stats. National Guard in NOLA sounds all right to me.